Welcome, class, to Lesson 5-7. Today, strong mathematicians can solve real-world measurement word problems involving all four operations. So take our skills of measurements and units of measurements and perimeter and area and put them all together and see if we can solve some real-world measurement word problems. So you got your pencil, your notebook, write down today's date, the name of the lesson, and let's get started. Here's some notes that we have. You don't have to write these down. Just a good reminder. Said, word problem solving strategy time. Remember, when in doubt, draw it out. If you're not sure, draw a picture to help you figure out what the problem's actually having you to do. Also, label. When you get done finding an answer, we want to know what does that number actually mean, because I know 8 mice is different than 8 elephants. Also, use your notes to help you on the conversions. We do not expect you to memorize them, but rather how to use them when you convert from one unit of measurement to the next. And with that, let's get started. Just kidding, there's more notes. Perimeter, once again, to review. Make sure you have the formula P equals L plus W plus L plus W, the outside of a figure, the distance around it. Area is the number of square units that cover up the figure. Area formula is A equals L times W, which you already have. This is a good review. And let's begin now for real this time. Catherine has some rocks that weigh 4 pounds. She puts the rocks into 2 groups, each with the same weight. What is the weight of each group in ounces? So we'll read this again as our strategy tells us. So Catherine has some rocks that weigh 4 pounds. She puts the rocks into 2 groups, each with the same weight. What is the weight of each group in ounces? So if I look at my question, what is the weight of each group in ounces? So notice I have ounces as my measurement, but if I look right here, it says pounds. So I know at the end I'm going to have to give myself a little thing that I need to convert. Just a little reminder to myself that I have to convert my answer. So she has 4 pounds. She puts the rocks into 2 groups, each with the same weight. Well, that would mean that she has 4. It would be 4 divided by 2 because she's making 2 groups. So that would be there would be 2 pounds in each group. But they want to know what's the group in ounces. So I have to figure out pounds equals as it is to ounces. So what's my relationship? So if I look at my notes, I know that a pound is bigger. So 1 pound, not pounds, 1 pound equals how many ounces? That would be 16. So now that I know each group is 2 pounds, I have to go 16 ounces times 2, which gives me 2, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3, which would give me 32 ounces. So what is the weight of each group? 32 ounces would be the weight of each group. You can pause this right now, write down this information of how we worked it out to help you solve some of your problems. Adriana has 1 gallon of juice. She pours the juice into containers that each hold 1 pint of juice. She gives 2 pints to her friends. How many pints of juice are left? So let me read this again. Adriana has 1 gallon of juice. She pours the juice into containers that each hold 1 pint of juice. She gives 2 pints to her friends. How many pints of juice are left? So the question says, how many pints of juice are left? We're referring to pints is our measurement that we're going to see. And notice that she starts off with 1 gallon. So I always kind of put convert because I'm going to do some converting in here. So convert, she has 1 gallon to pints. She pours the juice into containers that each hold 1 pint of juice. So I got to probably figure that out first, how many gallons to pints. So gallons to pints. So if I look at my notes, I know that 1 gallon equals, well, if there's 4 quarts in a gallon, 2 pints in a quart, that would be 8 pints. So she says, so now I have the relationship. She gives 2 pints to her friends. How many pints of juice are left? Well, it looks like 8 minus 2 equals 6. So there would be 6 pints of juice left. So notice this one we had to find the conversion first before we were able to solve. The other one we did find the conversion after we solve. So it all really depends on the problem. If you have to convert, when do you have to do that? So you can pause the video right now, write down this example to help you out in that relationship that can help you as well. So one wall in Dennis's square bedroom is 13 feet long. What is the perimeter of Dennis's bedroom? Let's see. One wall in Dennis's square bedroom is 13 feet long. What is the perimeter of Dennis's bedroom? Well, let's start off with this. We're trying to find the perimeter, which means I need to put my equation P equals L plus W plus L plus W. And we know that, let's see, square bedroom is 16 feet long. so that we know that one of the sides, so we'll go 13 plus W plus 13 plus W. To try to solve this, what is a perimeter? But I don't see any more information. I don't see any numbered information that can help me. Let me just read the problem. One wall in Dennis's square bedroom. Square. Oh, there it is, right? That's why reading these problems is so important. If I draw out a square bedroom, what do we know about squares? We know squares have the length are all the same size. That means this would be 13, 13, 13, and 13. See, didn't have it in there, but you have to read those problems close. That's what I said, those. Read them more than once to help us out. So we got 13 plus 13 plus 13 plus 13. Or we're going to do 13 times 4 since it's repeated addition. 4 times 3 is 12, so it's 2 goes there, 1 up top. 4 times 1 is 4, plus 1 is 5. So the perimeter would be 52 feet. So you can pause that down right now, reread this problem, make sure you think about how I make sure I really read that problem to help me out. And a rectangular rug has a perimeter of 20 feet. The length of the rug is 6 feet. What is the width of the rug? So let's read this again. A rectangular rug has a perimeter of 20 feet. The length of the rug is 6 feet. What is the width of the rug in inches? So the rectangular rug has a perimeter. All right. So I think I'm solving a perimeter problem. Equals length plus width plus length plus width. I'm going to check this time. Notice I see a rectangular room, not a square, so they don't have the same length, I guess. So now we plug in the information we do know. We know that perimeter is 20 right now. So the other side has to equal 20. We know the length is 6, so we have L plus W plus 6 plus W, because we have two sides right now. If I want to draw a picture, this can help me out as well. So I know the big one is 20, so like P equals 20. I know this is 6 and this is 6, so I figure out what the width is on both sides to give me that perimeter of 20. So I got 20 equals, I'll put our like terms together, 6 plus 6 is 12. W plus W would be 2 W's. I'm going to do the same thing to both sides, which is cool about algebra. So I can subtract 12 here and subtract 12 here, which is now giving me 8 equals 0 plus 2W. So I don't even need to include that 0, so I can just get rid of that. So 8 equals 2W. So I'm going to divide this by 2 and divide this by 2. So W equals 4 equals W. So that would be 4. Are we in inches is my label as I go back. Inches. So I can test to see, does this make sense? If I put 4 right here and I put 4 right here, 6 plus 4 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 10 is 20. So I feel confident that the side is 4 inches. So once again, these seem to be the problems that usually seem to give us some of the most headache because they're kind of new and we try to find a part of a really big equation. So I'd rewatch this part of the video to help you out and go through the rectangle and see how we have all this work right here of this equation and the process we took to get to our answer of 4 inches. Right now you can draw a big line in your notebook, write down box 3, now your turn. And you can begin your problem. So a store sells 89 gallons of milk in May and 82 gallons of milk in June. Altogether, how many quarts of milk did the store sell in May and June? So you can pause the video, reread it again, and see if you come up with the correct answer. Remember, checking to make sure your units of measurement are the same. If not, you're going to have to convert. Good luck. Another problem for you is Grant ran 500 meters around a track. Harry ran 724 meters around the same track. How many more centimeters did Harry run than Grant? So you can reread the problem, pause the video, solve it, check for your units of measurement, and good luck. A square playground has an area of 900 square feet. What is the length of each side of the playground? I like this problem. See if you can solve this one. This one might be a little bit tricky, but you know what? I have confidence that you can draw it out and use your problem-solving skills to figure it out. Good luck. Read it again. And last but not least, the area of a rectangular sandbox is 32 square feet. The short side of the sandbox measures 4 feet. How long is the long side of the sandbox in inches? You can pause it as well and solve this problem. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to write them down or share them out. Also, if you have any strategies that you use to help you, make sure you share those with us. And thanks again for another great lesson.